I grew up believing I was lucky. That's what my parents always told me. I was their miracle child, born after years of struggle, proof that good things eventually happen to good people. Whenever relatives asked questions about my early childhood, my mom would smile tightly and say, "It was complicated, but it all worked out." I never pushed. Why would I? I had a roof, food, clean clothes, and parents who insisted they loved me. Still, there were cracks I couldn't explain. No baby photos before age 5, no birth videos, no stories about my first steps. Every memory seemed to start late, like someone hit record halfway through my life. When I was 27, I needed my birth certificate for a job overseas. My mom kept insisting she'd find it later. Days turned into weeks. Finally, I ordered a copy myself. That's when everything unraveled. The certificate didn't list my parents' names, it listed strangers. Confused, I paid for a background records search. One small click became a landslide. Court documents. Closed adoption files. A case number stamped with the word neglect in bold capital letters. I wasn't a miracle baby. I was taken, not kidnapped, but removed. My biological parents lost custody after a long investigation. Abuse. Starvation, hospital records. Photos I wish I'd never seen. I was 4 years old when the state stepped in. My parents, the people who raised me, weren't heroes who waited years for a child. They were foster parents who decided not to tell me the truth. Ever, I confronted them that night. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I laid the papers on the table and asked one simple question. Why? My father went pale. My mother started shaking before she even spoke. She said they were afraid I'd leave, afraid I'd hate them, afraid I'd want my real family. So instead, they erased it. They lied to relatives, to doctors, to me. They coached each other for decades, correcting stories mid-sentence if one of them slipped. They convinced themselves it was love. It wasn't. It was control. The truth destroyed them because once I knew, I stopped playing my role. I stopped being grateful. I stopped excusing their emotional manipulation, their guilt-tripping, their obsession with loyalty. I moved out within a month. Word spread fast. Extended family found out. Questions followed. People didn't look at my parents the same way anymore. The perfect narrative cracked, and once it did, everything else spilled out too. How controlling they were, how isolated I'd always been, how I was never allowed to ask questions. They lost friends, respect, their carefully curated image. They begged me not to tell anyone else. But the truth doesn't belong to liars. I didn't destroy my parents. Their lies did. And for the first time in my life, I finally know where my story really begins.